Hello, 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 crafters. Welcome back to Rebecca's Gift Box. I just opened up my blind. More light, better light. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are on this planet. Welcome back to Rebecca's Gift Box. If this is your first time being on my channel, welcome. And if you're one of my regulars, welcome back. So, we are going to do another prompt for our hashtag JunkJournalJanuary. Which prompt I'm doing, I don't know right now, because I'm doing a project. I'm going to make a box. So it can go for either prompts number 10, which is intricate. It can go for prompt number 15, which I'm sorry, 16, which is folded. It can go for number 12, which is throwback. Something I used to do back in the day was make paper boxes. Okay. It can even go for number 21 for an experimental. 22, old and new. I mean, it can go for several of those prompts, but I think I'm just going to go and finish this whole side of it, which is prompt number 10, which is for intricate. Okay, so I can get that whole side, that one side done. And at least I'm doing a prompt today. Okay, so this is like a template for me of a box that I'm going to be trying to make today. And it's going to be like one of those long boxes. So, imagine a, how can I say? Oh, I know. Those big Newton boxes, you know? Those square boxed long ones. You get there's a tray of Big Newtons in that, which I love to eat. Big Newtons, okay. That's basically what this box is going to look like. I believe it should. One of those long boxes like this. If I can get it right, there we go. It should, if I got the measurements right, it should close up correctly. Hopefully, hopefully. So we're going to try it and see if it works. Hopefully I have the measurements correct here. So let's give it a try. This is the paper that this template is made of regular copy paper. It's just a template. This was a tester to make sure the measurements were correct and it's going to work. I should have tested it and make sure it's going to fold correctly, but I didn't. But you know, it wouldn't be intricate or experimental if I if I didn't give it a try. Okay, so for for decorating the box, I'm going to use this paper right here for me to cut it out and everything. But I'm not going to cut it out until I get the edges, the folding, so I know how long and how big and tall. Is it even going to fit in there? Yes, it will. Okay, so here we have our 11.5 by 12, 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, regular letter size paper. You need to cut it down to 8.5 to 10.5, or maybe 10 3/8, something to that effect. Let me just get my template back out. And it's going to be, let's do it this way. Make sure I'm measuring it correctly here on my board. So it's going to be 10, yeah, 10.5. 10.5. We're going to cut it down to 8.5, which is going to be this side right here. And this is the 11 length here. So we're just going to cut it down to 10.5. Okay? So where my 10.5 will be, I got working on so many projects on my desk here. Excuse the mess. So when I feel like crafting, I just sit down at my desk and just start crafting. And that's not a lot for me. It's getting kind of hard for me to get in here to do that, because the weather has been affecting my arthritis, and making it hard for me to do anything, move around the way I want to. Anyway, all right, so now we have the cut down to 8.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5, and this is going to be 10.5. All right, so we have it cut down. This is saying that I should cut it down to 8.25 on this side and not 8.5. My measurements. Let's check if it should be 8.25. 8. Yeah, 8.25. I need to cut it down to 8.25. So let's cut this side. I just got to take a quarter off. Just got to take a quarter off here. Alright, so let me sit down here. And we're going to cut this down to 8.25. Let's take that quarter off. There. Oh man, no, I did it right. Wow. Here I'm thinking I'm doing it wrong, but I did it right. Oh, not thinking sometimes. Boy, I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. Alright, so here we have our 8.25, and then here we have our 10.5. Voila. Okay. So now we're going to do some scoring. And the scoring that we're going to do, we're going to start on the 8.25 side. And 8.25 side, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch first. Then we're going to score at 2.5. Then we're going to score at 4 7/8. And then the last one is going to be at 6 3/8. Which I think is too small. Right? Something ain't right. Something is not right. I can tell this is going to be off already. Wow. What a mess. This is what I'm talking about being intricate. Because this here is supposed to be all even sides, except for the two smaller sides. So this is going to be a front. This is supposed to be a side. And this is supposed to be a front. So, and that's why it's not. Alright, so 2. Just give me a couple minutes here to figure this out. I'll get in a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you for being patient with me. I figured the problem out here. The first two, this is correct, this is correct, this is wrong. This is supposed to be 4, not 4 7/8, it's supposed to be 4 3/8. It should be here. 4 3/8. To make this 6 3/8, that's what that's supposed to be. That's how that's supposed to be. So I need to take this one this one out right here. Just going to run that over there like that. Get that out. Voila. So those are the scorings. Nope, 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 nope. That was on the 8 1/4 side. Now on the 10 1/2 side, you only need to make 2 score lines. So we're going to turn it this way. On the 10 1/2 side, you're going to score it at 1 3/8. Right? Right? Yes, 1 3/8. And then we're going to score it let me make sure I'm storing it at the right place, which I'm not. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 5/8. One 5/8, and the other one is going to be 9 1/8. Yes. Okay. Good thing I had a template, you know. Alright, so let's take this line out here real quick. Okay. So it should be at 1, what did I say? 1 5/8. 1 5/8 and 9 1/8. Okay. Check twice, cut once, right? Okay. 9 1/8. And there we go. Okay, that should do it. Hopefully I got this right this time. Alright, so you can tell that one side is going to be the bottom and which side is going to be the top, because this is smaller here where this is bigger here, which they should be at the same. They should be at the same. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. I'm not going to do it anymore. Alright, I'm going to fold these lines because if I keep looking back on it, I'm not going to get anywhere. Alright, so let's go ahead and just fold these lines real quick. Okay, now we're going to cut. We're going to cut this off, this off. We're going to cut our lines, which we're going to cut into a V like. Okay, we're going to like, I'll show you in a few minutes. But let's go ahead and cut these X's off first, okay? So we're going to cut these. I like to fold it like that, because I know I need this in an angle, even though this is going to come off. That's okay. I still need that edge come at an angle though. See that little angle right there? I like to do that on all though. We're just going to do a little angle. We just need a little. Just like that. And I do that on all of them. I just like to fold it like that. It just makes it easier for me. Because at least I know they'd be the same. Okay. And they all look the same. So if you do it individually, this one could be wider than this one right here. So I like everything to be evenly cut on both sides, especially if I'm angling the edges like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the other side real quick. I used to make boxes a lot. No, that's not the reason why my business name is called Rebecca's Gift Box. I named it Rebecca's Gift Box because of the GB. Because you all know that I like to read my Bible and keep my studies up on Jesus and everything, and so that's why there's a GB. I changed it to gift box because I didn't want no issues. People questioning why is your channel originally God's blessing. That's what it's supposed to be intended for. But I changed it. I let it go to gift box. Or the good book. That the GB could stand for many things, like as in that the good book, God's blessings. Okay, so that's was my intention of the GB. So I just left it as gift box, so there would not be any kind of issues. Okay, so here we have our frame. We're going to make sure, I just want to make sure that everything is still going to work out as evenly, and it does. This is how the box looks like. So if you know what I mean now, if you see this like this, the Fig Newton box that I was saying, this is how it looks, just like this. So let's go ahead now and decorate it. And I want to cut off, which two? We're going to cut off, if I go this way, we're going to cut this half, we're going to cut this half. So let's go ahead and do that first. And it's not going to let me do it. Okay, if I do it like that. Yeah, I don't like doing that. I'm just going to lay it, because I want to do it, I want to make sure I'm doing them the same length. So, we're just going to use this ruler here and do this half. Like so. So we need to do this one right here. And this one right here. Those two. Like so. Why didn't you not cut all the way through? Alright, so there's that. So we need to do the same thing on the other side. And then we can start decorating. Sounds like a plan, right? Let's cut. We need to do this one here. And this one here. Okay. There we are. this is the outside of our box. And I guess it's not going to make any difference which side I'm going to cut here. Alright, so we need to cut here. We need to cut here. And once we get that cut, need to cut here, here. I know I should have done this in advance, but I didn't. And that's okay. That is okay. I'm going to use my long one. It'll just be easier. Okay, we need to cut that off. That off. Now we can cut. Wow, I cut my lines, didn't I? Oh man, here we go. So the first one was 8 1/4. The first one was a 1/2 inch. So this is a 1/2 inch here. So I'm going to cut it right here. I'm not even going to do that, because if I don't cut this correctly, it's not going to look right. So we're going to do this again. Where's my pencil? We're going to need to cut it here, cut it here, cut it here, and cut it there. Let's see if we can do it right this time. Okay. I'm just going to cut it a little bit shorter, just a little bit. Okay. I'm not worried about the pencil marks, because I can erase those. Okay, that should do it, hopefully. Alright, so this one is going here, this one is going here, this one is going here, and this one is going here, like that. I think I still need to cut them down a little bit. Yep, I still need to cut them down. They're still a little wide. Well, the first one is. Anyway, the second one definitely needs to be cut down a little bit. So let's just go ahead and get that done. Timing is still good. I'm not going to cut that much off, just what I need to cut off. going to be good. I think that should be good for this first one. Okay, so that one's good. Let's cut a little bit off here. Okay, that one's good. Let's check that one out. Okay, now this one. Okay, there's that one. What I'm basically doing is cutting that pencil mark off. That's how I know that my cutting is all good. And then the last one, last one here. Okay, there's that. All right, let's glue this down. I'm gonna use my glue stick because I'm running glue. I'm running low on my glitter glue, and I can't order anything as in glitter glue yet. As of yet, this is the cold weather. So I'm trying to save on it as much as I can until I'm able to get some more. I mean, I can, but it's not gonna act right. You know what I mean? It's gonna come out all gooey. And then I got snow yesterday, so the weather is not all that great here right now. So for me to get it in the mail is not going to glue is like it's supposed to. So I'd just rather wait and conserve on my glue. You know? So I'm not at a drastic point where I really need it, because I do have some left in my refill bottle, but I'm trying to save that for my big projects that I'm working on right now, where I know I'm gonna need that glue. So that's why I'm trying to use the glue stick as much as possible, because I have like a good 6 more of these glue sticks left. Okay, this should be the last one of the sides, and then we're going to work on the top and bottom. Okay. There is my box. Alright, so this is how it's going to close, like so. So when I close it, it's going to be like that. And then when I open it, it's going to be like that. These are my sides here. That's that, that's that. So I need to put glue on this one. Glue stick. Well, I'm going to run some tape on it to close my bottom. Is that my bottom? No, this is going to be my bottom right here. Oh, yeah, I got it on the right one. Oh my gosh. And I think I'm going to put it on this one at the bottom. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need that tape again. Put it on the side. And then we're going to run a tape along the side here. Okay. Let me close this up before it gets all over the place. Alrighty. I'm not going to worry about decorating the bottom because that's going to be glued down. I am going to go ahead and do the top. I think I only have to do, I'm just going to decorate the one that's going to be on top. The two top ones, I should say. Yes, we're going to do the two top ones. Let's decorate those two, and that'll be that. So we're going to put this on there. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut it here. And then we're going to cut it here. And we're going to cut it there. Okay. That's done. Let's make sure that fits. Yeah, it's good. We're going to need to cut some little bit more off the top. And I'm not going to worry about the top because it's not going to show except for the one that's going to be on top. So let's just cut a little bit more off the top on that one. Then again, I'm not sure which one is going to be the top, so let's do both of them. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. That takes care of that. Let's go ahead and glue that down. Okay. Alright, so that's evenly there. Alrighty. Now for the finished product. Right? Alright, so let's go ahead and remove this. Let's go ahead and remove this. There's that. I like the way that's coming out so far. Let's go ahead and do the bottom. This is going to go like that. That's going to go like that. We're going to remove this here to go there. We're going to remove this to go here. What I'm going to do here with this is get down to that. Make sure it's sticking real good. Okay, sorry for the noise. Alright. We're going to fold that in, fold that in. That goes like that, that goes like that. This is our box. Now, what I need to do is how to close this. What I can do is put a little slit. So, make this into an angle here. Make a slit right there. And now our box is done. So I can come in here with my round, what is this? I don't even know what size this is. One of my smaller circles. And just, I'm probably making a mess out of this right now, but we're going to give it a try. We're going to do that, and then do the other side the same way. I'm doing it at the corners, so it'll make it easier for me to cut it. See what I'm talking about right there? So I just have to shape this now into like that. See? It's not perfect, but you know what I'm talking about. You get the gist of it. All I need to do is make us a little, we're going to do it right below it. right here. We're going to make a little sliver of a slant right there, a little cut right there, in that little space right there. I know I shouldn't be doing that. I know I should not be doing this. But being that I had already glued my bottom, I have no choice but to do this. Okay. That should work. I should have done it before I glued the bottom. And I think I need to do it a little bit further down, because it just doesn't want to cooperate. I think I need to make it a little bigger. It doesn't want to. Then again, I could be doing this all wrong. No? You see that feather flying in front of me? Wow, where did that come from? That was a feather. I don't know if you saw it, but if you did, do I need to make it wider, you think? I think I'm going to need to make it wider. I'll get it. Just be patient with me. There you go. Got it. I just had to make it wider. Alright, crafters, that is it for today. I got my little slot there open there with my little groove cut there from the circle punch. But there is my project for prompt for today, prompt number 10, as in intricate. I'm going to put my label, I'm going to put it at the bottom here. I can't put it in my book, which is okay. No problem with that. Let's cut this out. I'm going to, what I can do is put my template in there. I'll do that. I'll put it on my template. Put it on my template. So I'll be able to put it in the book. Okay? Alright, there you are, crafters. All set. Thank you for joining me in this journey today and putting this prompt together and doing going back to the blast to the past, you know, or intricate, or whatever prompt that you think this should be going to. And I want to thank you for joining me today. And as always, crafters, have a blessed day. Goodbye.